Hello there you, and welcome to a Tau defensive line that's about to be swarmed by 2 million of KHORNE's marauders. Can the Tau's overwhelming firepower help to win the day? Or will death and ruination destroy all in its path? As always, if you do enjoy this content, do leave a like and consider subscribing, as that's the best way to support the channel. Now, let's get on with the slaughter. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go today with the Tau on the defense. Let's have a look at this lovely little defensive position that they've got. You can see that they're stationed up on the hill. We've got multiple KHORNE lines here to also help with the defense as the Chaos here come charging across the open field, already taking massive losses here from pulse fire that has been concentrated down upon them from the higher ground. So the first wave here consisted of the speedier poxwalkers, and they're quickly going to be backed up by chaos spawns, renegade gunners, chaos warriors, and marauders. Today the Tau have definitely got their work cut out for them. You can see that the defensive terrain though offers the Tau some really good opportunities here for overlapping firepower as our first group here tries to make its way to that front line. You can see they're just getting absolutely gunned down. The KHORNE here coming out with a counter charge to try and hold the chaos in place, allowing them guns to focus down their enemies. And my god, should they win the day here, there's going to be plenty of brains for the nomming on the field. You can see the Chaos line has just smashed into the KHORNE here. The KHORNE surging forward with their superior melee skills here. Them KHORNE rifles are so deadly. I believe they're also dripping with toxins. I mean, to be honest, the KHORNE rifles almost sound like some of the best weapons in the entire 40K universe. They have like almost the equivalent power of a bolt gun inside that rifle, and then they've just got deadly toxins coated over the blades. Yeah, they sound pretty nasty to me. Look at this though, marauders making their way forward, able to absorb massive amounts of punishment here. Their bodies empowered by demonic possession. Oh my god, look at that. Magnificent herd of zombies here, just swarming in. The poxwalkers basically here to absorb a lot of the bullets, allowing the heavier units to possibly push the flank for chaos. Speaking of it, let's go have a look over at our flank over here, where we can see our renegade gunners have amassed at the moment. We are starting to get, look at this, the heavier presence here of marauders on the flank. Typical chaos tactic this is. They use lots of weaker units, fling them into the mix to create these insane body piles, and then they just save all their heavy units and put them on the flank or at the rear, so that the last things that the enemy has to deal with once they've been weakened is a bunch of heavy ass units coming in to stomp on them. But at the moment, the Tau defense is going magnificently. It does look like our KHORNE line has been overwhelmed ever so slightly here. We're about to get a surge heading towards the main Tau line. Let's hope that the firepower that we've got amassed here is going to be enough to keep the hordes back. They're already coming up to 400,000 losses. That is quite a significant amount, but you can see though, they have closed the gap over on this side. Again, still taking heavy losses to try and push into this Tau defense formation. Oh my god, we need to start building up these bodies, get a little bit of cover going here. The Tau just absolutely living up to their name here. But should the chaos get into melee, it's going to be an entirely different story. These Tau fire warriors will crumble so fast in melee, it's unbelievable. But at the moment, the superior firepower here for Tau is helping it save the day. Focusing fire down things like the chaos spawns there. Excellent work. But you can see now with the amassed horde making its way forward, they are starting to get closer and closer. We just got these 1 or 2 KHORNE that are providing excellent distractions yet again for the Tau. The Chaos happy to focus these down as the closest unit to attack. That's allowing the fire warriors just behind them. I mean, look at that. They've probably lost a couple of 100 warriors there just trying to take out that one KHORNE. But that chaos line is slowly but surely making its way forward. And as more and more chaos here get pushed into the flank, the defense is only going to get more stretched here for the Tau. At the moment, able to concentrate their firepower, which has made it a really easy task. But with still over 1 million troops remaining, it is all in play here yet, ladies and gentlemen. It's a magnificent push over here. You can see, look at this, every so slightly, they are starting to get there. That gap is closing. Every second that passes, with every single death, the chaos are getting closer. From the Overwatch position at the back, though, things are looking real peachy from here. The tanks laying down covering fire, as well as the XV8 suits here. The burst cannons there, look at that, just devastating massive amounts of chaos on the flank here, who are just absorbing all the bullets into the side of them. but they are starting to work their way through the tower bit by bit. It looks like the renegade gunners are starting to return fire. Yeah, look, you can see we've got a bunch of them over here. They are actually managing to get into a position now where they can start returning fire. That's excellent news for the Chaos, who are really grinding out this center portion over here. It's cost them so many units, but they need to keep pushing this area to keep the tower distracted. Without it, they're not going to be able to push the flanks. Speaking of pushing the flanks, a magnificent charge here from the Chaos has led them to the box formation of the Tau Fire Warriors. They're getting really close here. It is all to play for, ladies and gentlemen. 880,000 units remaining for the Chaos. But again, should they manage to close that gap, the Tau will die so quickly in melee combat. It's not even funny. And with every loss here for the Tau, their firepower is severely diminished. The pulse rifles are really good. You don't want to be losing too many of them. Here we go, though. It does look like Chaos is closing that gap now, ever so slightly. It has been a costly fight for them so far. But again, look on this side as well. We are closing that gap. The firepower for the tower is slowly getting distracted into multiple directions here. And look how close the center line has become now. They're almost at the foothills here. Again, the terrain really offering these guys the ability to get up real close to the tower here. But again, that overlapping fields of fire providing really good cover for each of the groups of the tower. 740,000 remaining. Are the Tau going to be able to push? Are the Chaos going to be able to push through this? Again, heavy losses are being sustained. The kill counter for the Chaos is starting to creep up ever so slowly, and we can see all these heavy units now in the flank. Look at this. Chaos Warriors and Marauders. All of them on the flank, absorbing massive amounts of bullets. Again, distracting firepower from our front lines, because before these guys were shooting freely into the sides of them. However, this has slowed dramatically now, allowing these guys to get closer and closer to that front line. And it is working a charm for the Chaos almost. They have managed to close that gap now pretty effectively. They're still taking far too many losses though. They really need to get up into the Tau's grill here if they want to actually make some decent progress. Like on this side, look at that. They're starting to chew their way through this formation now. My only worry is that Chaos doesn't have enough reinforcements being pumped into this area. We're going to need a lot more troops at the moment. We're coming down to 600,000, but we are making really good progress again on these box formations. The firepower for the tower is diminishing slowly but surely. 11,000 losses. How are we doing on this far flank? Again, all the heavy units over here. Look at this. Just being able to absorb the sheer weight of firepower being displayed by the Tau. Slowly, very, very slowly, I might add. It's very hard to walk in that heavy armor, making their way to that front Tau line, though. And they are doing it. That's the amazing thing here. They're doing it. I'm actually waiting for this, the center line. Oh, my God. Look at all this goo. It's waist deep. Oh, my God. It's waist deep. No wonder the army on this side has been slowed so dramatically. That's really helped out the Tau, actually. You can see that we're starting to ascend the hill finally on this side. We're almost through the box formation. The Tau line is starting to collapse. We are making our way through the flank here. Look at all the heavy Chaos Marauders and Warriors here. Absolutely insane stuff. Again, the good old Chaos tactic. Just fling all the crap units down the center into the main assault and let all the heavy units go to the flank. I wouldn't be surprised if we've still got some heavy units all the way back here just waiting their turn. Actually, I kind of think, yeah, it looks like Chaos literally flung all its heavy units into this flank over here. That's how dedicated Chaos was to this. That's kind of insane, actually. Normally, we'd have a really large group of Chaos at the back of the army, but no. What they've actually done this time is they've pushed every single one of them around this flank to be able to push this one group here. Because they realized that these guys were free firing right into the flank, and that was causing them real struggles, actually, to push the first group on the front line. But by firing and flinging everything that they've got here in terms of heavy units at this flank, I do believe they're starting to trickle out, though, just a little bit. Maybe not, actually. Oh, okay, no. Yeah, literally chaos through everything at this side. Oh my god, I even see the kitchen sink down there. That's insane. Chaos really wanting to capitulate that side. So if you look at this side, again, nowhere near as many marauders or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, they're still here in the mix, but not compared to the other side. Chaos really did flip. Oh my god, my words. Throw. That's it. I was trying to say flow for some reason. But it worked magnificently. Oh my god, look how quickly that collapsed then. That's what I mean. As soon as the firepower for the Tau starts diminishing, it becomes readily apparent here that the Fire Warriors are definitely not good in melee combat. Look at that. Oh my god, the Chaos Horde now just chewing its way through. This is disastrous here for the Tau. And the front line has finally started collapsing as well. Look at that. Now that the overlapping firepower has been distracted because it itself is under direct attack, the Chaos have managed to swarm forward here. With only 250,000 troops remaining, the Tau managed to go 1.4 million here so far. That's really weird though, how the Tau sort of just like, they hold everything back, everything's being held back, and then their lines just collapse. Like, quite literally, really quickly. Because if we think about it, the entire fight up until this point has literally just been the Chaos grinding out inch after inch of ground and just taking it stupendous losses in the process. But yeah, as soon as they do close that gap, the Tau fold like origami in the wind. It is just insanity here. You can see though that we have still got our hammerhead gunships here and the XV8 suits. So even though this might be a Tau defeat, we certainly can take the hurt to the Chaos Army and the remaining few little volleys here. We've only got 1,700 troops left, but my god, are they making a damn good account for themselves. Them XV8 suits, the burst fire of them pulse rifles is insane. Just taking out vast swathes of troops instantly. But ladies and gentlemen, look at this. It is inevitable at this point. The Chaos now finally swarming the hill. Like I said, it's just kind of crazy how quickly the Tau line can just collapse like that out of nowhere. But they certainly did make the Chaos pay. And to be fair, they lost 21,000 troops. That's not too many for the Tau. That is a decent replaceable number. It's like a regiment or something like that, maybe 2 regiments. And we lost a couple of Karut. Basically, things that are quite easily replaceable for the Tau. Same for the Chaos, really. Nothing of value lost, nothing gained for the entire fight. That is Warhammer in a nutshell. Nothing of value lost. The last stand here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there we go. The XV8 suit there collapsing as the last of the Fire Warriors stand side by side here. I do think we can call this one here as a bombing run comes in to clear for the next Tau landing. I do hope you had a blast. I know I did. Please do comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. A massive shout out to all you channel members who help to keep this channel going. And if you're not a channel member, why the heck not? Click the join button down below. And while you're at it, go ahead and check out the amazing ChaoticPinky store. We've got some really cool merch over there. With all that being said, as always, until next time, peace.